Hello, this is Jim Szymanski, Communications Director for the Washington Retail Association, and we're talking today with Representative Dan Griffey, Republican from the 35th District in Washington State, about a bill that's known around here as the Concealment Bill. It's House Bill 1159. Tell us what the Concealment Bill means in simple
So
terms.
in Washington State right now, there's no law broken, and if somebody steals something until they exit the store, so they can conceal a large amount of product in over trench coats, and we're even hearing about garbage cans and those sort of things, and just run out of the store. And they didn't, and technically didn't commit a crime, so they can't really be, they can't be, we can't stop or engage with those folks. So what this bill would do is when you conceal it with the intent to permanently or to deprive the individual of that item, they can, law enforcement or loss prevention officers can intercede and we believe improve safety. And moreover than that, we could do something serious about the big problem of organized retail theft in Washington State.
You bring up safety, and I wanted to just dwell on that a moment. I'm not sure people are aware of what kind of safety threats occur once people get out in the parking lot and are being
So
chased by
when
someone.
people are going through a stressful situation, there's fight, flight, or freeze, and we find that if you allow them to get to the door, they tend to take the flight uh, way of responding, which means they go very fast, out of control, and run people over, young people, old people, and do a lot of damage. And what we think this bill could do for us is have the loss prevention officers engage early and just ask the question, you put that in your code, are you going to pay for that? We also believe that it would cut down on prosecutions because at that point in time they give the product back or they go pay for it. But it has gotten to be at an out of control state. There is hundreds of millions of dollars just in Washington State we're losing, and billions of dollars nationally. And we got to do something real about it. There are many other states that have taken this approach that changes the definition or when the crime actually happened. And we think this is the good way to go, and I think we got a good chance this year with your help.
Well, there are 3 dozen, for context, there are 3 dozen other states in the nation that have this capability.
Yeah.
We don't. I wanted to just ask you the very simple, fundamental question. Why are you sponsoring this bill this
Well,
session?
I really think it's important that we understand that the consumers suffer,
Hmm.
that our businesses suffer. The state suffers from lack of sales tax for all these underground sold
Right.
items. And I also want to tell people, be very careful when you're shopping online. Make sure it's a true Amazon store. Make sure it's a true store on eBay. If the price is half the price for a brand new product than it is at the retail establishment, it's probably a fenced or stolen item.
Let's clarify something about how this would work. You mentioned before store security personnel as opposed to sworn peace officers, armed peace officers. I noticed some stores are now starting to put off-duty cops or on duty on the floor.
Yeah.
Who would actually be the lead person to intercede
So
with a suspect?
it all depends. This bill would also allow us to flag high risk individuals. I would expect if there was a high risk individual that entered the store, the loss prevention officers would then call law enforcement and have law enforcement for backup. But way that most of us envision this is that the loss prevention officers would simply be able to go up and interact with the individual that's concealing it, largely liquor now. Um, Engage them early and ask the simple question, are you going to pay for that? What's your intentions of having that alcohol in your trench coat? And we believe that it will help our retail establishments with this theft problem. It'll help the state maximize the loss and sales tax revenue that they didn't have. And I think it improves safety because you kind of stop or block that fight, flight, or freeze reaction that all humans have to stressful environments.
Now, the way it's proposed, what would be the penalty if someone were convicted? Would it be a misdemeanor or a felony? What would be the?
So it depends on the amount, that the value of the item stole. So we don't really touch that. The crime, the theft portion. Only thing this bill changes is when the crime happened or was committed. And now what we're saying is when you hide it in your trench coat, when you hide it in a 55-gallon garbage can and drag it out of the store, you don't have to, the loss prevention officers don't have to wait till it gets out of the store. They can quite simply just ask, are you going to pay for that?
Well, thank you very much, Representative. We wish you the best on this. This is very important to the retail community, and we thank you for your sponsorship.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for covering it. And it's important that people, it's the call to action. It's time to do it now.
Well, please look at the end of this video for a contact for our lead lobbyist on this issue with Washington Retail. Contact information. Thanks for watching.